Hello, Daniel. Could you please give an introduction about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm from the UK. I started the real world in 2023, around May time. I was working a full time job, 9 to 5. Didn't really get anywhere, so I was like, oh, I've got to change something. Then on like TikTok, and I saw Tate, and obviously he was doing the real world on there. So I thought, yeah, let's give this a go. Started on ecom, doing like TikTok videos 3 a day. Was I made a bit of money, but nothing major. So, and then I found the social media and client acquisition campus, which then I could use the skill I already had, which was a software developer, which is what I was doing currently as a full time. So I was kind of learning as I was going on. Then I started getting clients through Fiverr, and then I found um, some more clients through LinkedIn, and then it just grew and grew. And then eventually, November last year, I was able to quit my full time job and do this full time now, which is pretty amazing. It's allowed me to, because I've got a couple of daughters. I able to pick them up from school now, not have to worry, manage my own time, and yeah, it's changed my life.
Definitely makes a difference when you can actually see your daughters growing up in front of you, like able to be at home and be with them, compared to actually going into work and from 9 to 5. And yeah, so many people just all they see from their children is videos, or maybe like yeah, they miss their children actually growing up. So yeah, something like that huge, amazing to hear. All right. So you said joined in 2023, got into ecom first. How long have you been in the client acquisition campus now?
For about a year,
Okay.
yeah.
So in that year, what would you say were the most impactful lessons for you, and how did you implement them?
Basically just never give up. Like, a failure is always good because that means you're one step closer to success. Because if you're always trying, then you obviously got to analyze what went wrong, change it, make it better, and then yeah, you will eventually succeed if you never give up. Luck is just an element to that, but if you're always there doing, you're going to get that luck.
Nope. Nope. And what about actually getting clients? So first you said Fiverr, then LinkedIn. I'm guessing would have been cold outreach, or were there people you knew? What was the approach you took?
No, yeah, it's cold outreach. I was firstly I started with just searching using the search bar, and then recently I've been able to get the Sales Navigator, which makes
Mhm.
finding clients so much easier and
Yep, yep.
makes it a lot more quicker. And also I've started
Just
using AI automation to do it as well.
yep. That's what I was gonna ask. So how long have you been implementing AI automation for LinkedIn now?
Probably the past month, so not too long, but yeah, it's definitely quickened up response rates, and I've got a call booked for tomorrow, and I've got someone else interested, and it definitely increases your client base very quickly.
Yep. Okay. So I guess I'll start with you said Fiverr. How did you set up for Fiverr, and what was that like for getting clients? And then how different is LinkedIn for it as well?
Fiverr's pretty easy to set up. It was mainly just something to get me my confidence up for when I very first started, because I was just doing little bug fixes for clients and that. But the problem with Fiverr, it's literally the lower price, the better, which I found out pretty quickly on it. And then with LinkedIn, yeah, you just got to make sure you're constantly posting to social media every single day, showing your value, showing what you can do. And then basically, as you show more and more with client testimonials as well, you can kind of increase your prices and just get more and more money.
Mhm. And uh, what I guess I'll go more personal now. So how has your day changed? If you were to say average day, let's say now compared to before you joined the real world, what differences are there? Since I'm assuming a lot has changed.
Oh yeah, I'm getting up earlier because I've got the motivation to want to get work done. my well, I've more got like a planned day, so I'd like make sure I get my checklist, which is a big one. Um, then also just having that extra time to drop my daughter off at school, pick her up. Um, yeah, mainly it's just managing my time per se is the biggest change. Because obviously, there when I was working 9 to 5, literally just clock in work, do what I need to do, what they told me to do, and clock out. That's probably the biggest change is having to make sure I'm doing everything I need to do in the day. Because obviously, with the business, you're doing everything, not just the client work. You got to do your outreach, social media, your invoicing for financials, and everything like that.
And does it feel like you're working more now than you were before? But I guess if that is the case, then you're actually building something for yourself instead of for your employer.
Yeah, I'd probably say I'm working more now, but you like you say, yeah, it's an ever growing thing. Then, like you're not stuck at that one monthly income. The more you work, the more you'll make.
Exactly. So at the moment, at your current stage, how much have you made or how much are you making?
Made over £22,000, and I'm currently making around £3 grand a month, which will be increasing hopefully after this client call tomorrow.
Yep, yep.
To I think you're looking at about an extra grand a month, and then hopefully the other one again another grand a month, and then yeah, from here it should
Yep,
be up and up.
yep, yep. Yeah, I'm sure the AI automation outreach will change a lot of things because you can get so many emails out with that and quite personalized as well. So it should be a game changer. And yeah, I'm sure with that you'll be able to start scaling. There's do you do cybersecurity or is it something more software related?
It's more software related to just like web apps, mobile apps, APIs, and stuff. And yeah, and then now I've integrated AI
Okay.
automation and chatbots within that as a package then to increase obviously
Okay.
what I can charge them up.
Yep, yep. And then what do your family think? So you've been able to spend more time with daughters, with I don't know if it's wife or girlfriend you have. What's the family situation like with the changes?
Um, well, well, if it wasn't for my fiance, I wouldn't be able to do this because yeah, she looks after the kids while I'm working. She's really fully supportive on it, and she believes in me that we're going to go far,
Amazing.
which obviously is very
And
important. Like partner is.
and any changes from daughters? Do they react more positively now as well, or have they not noticed much of a change?
What was that? Sorry, it kind of clicked out then.
Uh, are there are there any changes with daughters as
Frozen.
well, or have they not noticed any kind of changes?
Um, yeah, sometimes my daughter comes up to me and asks me to play. I'm like, I'm sorry, darling, I gotta do a bit of work. I'll play with you in a bit. Um, which obviously is not great, but I know that it'll be worth it in the end.
Okay. Let's see. So we have. I'll go back to what actually led to you joining. You said you saw Tate on TikTok. So ever since then, has Tate had an impact on your mindset and on what you've done, or have you not listened much to his podcast and content, and you've just focused on the real world? What is the situation like that?
Probably a bit of both. Yeah, I do watch his podcasts, and yeah, he definitely motivates you. He's got that tone of voice, hasn't he? And the way he says things, it just makes perfect sense. Especially with like you that you are the one that can change your life, not anyone else. You're your own character. You're the main character in your own story. And he's definitely motivated me.
And what were your plans before you joined the real world? Just to get a contrast with how things ended up turning out.
Just work my way up the ladder in my role because I was currently just a normal software developer. I was got to go into senior, then lead, and then up from there. That's the only obviously path I had at that point until Tate came into the real world and realised there's a much bigger path out there and much bigger opportunities.
And what does it look like now in terms of plans for short term, medium term, long term? What do you have?
What now? You mean?
Yeah. So plans for now, goals for future. If you were to split it up in short term, medium term, and long term.
Short term is get as many clients in as possible, then hire, and then long term is just it's the same. So it's just going to keep on growing and growing and growing. I want to be as big as I possibly can, and obviously I can use AI as well to take over some of the jobs for me. So then I get more time to spend with family as well, but then also scale.
Anything outside of business, or are the main goals just business for now?
Probably to own our own house here in the UK, bigger house as well, and it's always nice to have a nice car as well. Each get my missus a nice car for everything that she's helped with.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. If you were trying to do this yourself without the real world, how different would you say it would have been?
So a lot harder because obviously Googling can only get you so far, and around me there wasn't really anyone that had a business anyway. The outlook of you go to school, you go to university, you get a job, and then that was basically what I knew at the time. So without that, I wouldn't have even have thought about having my own business.
Yeah, it's a shame that outside of the real world or some expensive courses which you don't know if are legit or not, there is no guide to how to actually do things for yourself because the route you're taught is just the 9 to 5 job. Um, and have you tried to tell people around you what you're doing, and have they listened, or have they just continued doing what they're doing?
I've told a few like about the real world, but they said this. They don't. They just don't seem like they say they want it, but then they never follow through with it. So like, they just carry on like the same. But they can see obviously what I'm doing works. So I don't know why they're not. 'Cause
The,
it's changed everything.
yeah, unfortunately, that's how some people are. And I
Yeah,
guess
you
in
can't change them,
contrast,
can you?
yeah, what is it? You can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Um,
That's correct. Yeah.
for community within the real world, do you interact much inside? And if so, what's that like?
I help out the upcoming people on the social media and client acquisition campus in the beginner chat. Yeah, I look through there. If anyone's asking a question, I'll try and answer it best I can. And everyone gets is really nice. They get back to you really quick. They answer your questions. If there's a course material for it, they'll give you the link to that. And I feel like everyone's really rooting for everyone else, and that's kind of all you need. If you haven't got anyone around you in real life, you've got the whole people in the real world to motivate you, especially the professors as well. Like Dylan is definitely one to push you.
And did you use the community much yourself when you were starting out, or were you more just doing your own thing for a while?
I think that's the first. I was like, no, I don't need any help. You know that mindset where you got to do everything yourself, and then I eventually realised, I'm gonna have to get a bit of help here. And then ever since then, it's where I go to now for any questions I have about anything.
Got it. And you've unlocked some of the higher tier chats now, right? So in which case, has that benefited you, those higher tier chats?
Um, well, the Ask Dylan has, because he answers them personally on there for you. Any questions you've got, and I think there's the other chat as well, which is about team building, which I'm not quite building a team yet, but obviously it will definitely help me when I
Yeah.
start hiring people.
Cool. All right. So, uh, any changes in, I guess, final few questions. Any changes in fitness? Have you been utilizing the fitness campus at all, or not something you're interested in at the moment?
I did join it, and I did try the calisthenics workouts, and then yeah, they are pretty intense. But I do always try and do some exercise every single day, even if it's walking or if I do some push ups or squats or anything. I always make sure I get my sunlight. Well, what you can here anyway, but yeah,
Yeah.
they always say that that's more important to at least get some sunlight, vitamin D, and yeah, exercise every single day. But no, I'm not mad on it. I do want to eventually get more into the fitness campus, and because it definitely helps with your mind when you're fit.
That's yeah, one of the biggest things. All right. So sounds good. I guess I'll wrap up with a final question being since you got so much value out of the reward, what do you say to people who are unsure about joining because they think they might get scammed for $50?
Just join. It's only $50. What you got to lose? That's all I say is like, yeah, just join, just try it out. 50. If you don't like it, you can quit, but I know you won't quit, and you'll continue, and you'll make even in your first month, you'll make that 50 easily back.
Yep,
Well,
as
probably
long as you
even 10.
quit. Yep.
Yeah, as long as you put the effort in
Okay. So for people who want to find out more about you or contact you, where could they do so?
on LinkedIn, and I will grab that. Well, do you want me to
I'll
send you
add
that?
it. I'll add it to the description of the video. So
Oh,
anyone who wants to contact or again find out more about what you do, then yeah, it will be in the description of the video. And yeah, Daniel, thank you for coming on and sharing your story. Great to hear that you're able to quit your 9 to 5 and now working for yourself and seeing good potential in scaling it with AI automation now. So I'm sure in future that growth will become exponential as more and more clients come in through that. But yeah, been great speaking to you, and I wish you all the best.
thank you very much. Great to speak to you too.